So, just sharing some of my thoughts, like where I've been thinking a lot of things, and I feel really frustrated on behalf of content creators, and not because of anything superficial. See, the reason that spiritual content creators create is to change the world, is to make it better, to actually help people. And they really do a lot. They work very hard. They do a lot of things behind the scenes. And you all know, you know, if you're on my channel or you're a content creator, you're a light worker, you're a starseed, or you're just here just to better help the planet, better help people. And we get really frustrated by these false agendas that kind of try to manipulate us or pin us against one another. First of all, we see right through that bullshit. I would hope so by now. I would really hope so by now. And I know a lot of people still don't, and that's okay too. But I'm just vocalizing this as like an eye-opener, because it's really sickening to me. I have always been raised and taught that treat your neighbor as yourself as best as you fucking can. Now, of course, if someone's being really, really awful towards you, use your discernment. But, always try to help the person, because you never know what they're going through. Literally, like, a lot of people are in pain. A lot of people are going through a lot of shit. And so try to come from a place of compassion. Now, if that's not working and you've tried, multiple attempts, then, you did your best. And hopefully that person is able to then make the appropriate choices to raise their frequency better, or to try something different, like a different approach that would help themselves. Sometimes people need to help themselves, and you can try your best to help them. What I'm getting at is I'm really frustrated with the way that the internet is set up. And I saw this from the beginning, and I'm sure a lot of you did too. And like I said, even if you haven't, that's okay too. But the internet is set up in a way of like this big, stupid, like competition game. And like when you're a human, you're here to just help other humans. Most of us are good-hearted people that just want the best for ourselves and for others. And the way these false manipulative systems are set up, it's the same way with anything else in the world that's run by people with an evil mindset. And yes, they do have an evil mindset, because if they didn't, and if they hadn't, it'd be set up a completely different way, which is why we're here as starseeds and light workers. So the algorithms are artificial. They're not real. And what they're promoting goes with the agenda of the elites. Just like what celebrities are promoting goes with the agenda of the elites. Just like anything else. And so also, that's why they're pushing content that's absolutely absurd and very shallow with no depth to it. And it's also why they're pushing false light, because that's what they want. They don't want you to ascend. They don't want you to find out the truth of truths. And a lot of us know this to be true. And they're also pinning people against one another. They are. That's how it's set up. Through numbers of subscribers, numbers of followers. Now, I understand, like, of course you want people to see your creations and what you're putting out there. Of course, like anyone would. That's valid. Like, especially if you're here to help the populace, that is valid. But the way that they're set up is very manipulative. And those of us that see it, see it. and know it. And those of us that don't yet, that's why I'm talking on it, because it's absolutely absurd. It's disgusting. We're all one. We're all humans. I don't care how many, I mean, it's wonderful people are following you, but you have to understand it's also artificial. A lot of it is artificial. A lot of it is artificial intelligence. These phones, artificial intelligence, all of it that keeps you away from the humanity and the soul of you. Anything that has the word artificial in front of, you do not want to trust, and you probably don't want to intake. So that's why I'm drinking plain coffee. I love my coffee. I usually drink it black. I don't usually put artificial sweeteners in it or artificial cream. So think about it. Artificial. It's in the name itself. It's telling you what it is. And so for people that are feeling discouraged because their content isn't being seen or noticed or pushed by the algorithm, congratulations. It's showing the world that you're not evil, that you don't have an evil agenda, that you're actually here to push the truth, the true light, and the love for other people. And that you actually treat humans as humans and not as an object or a number. Congratulations. Seriously. The applause goes to you. Bravo. In a society that is so manipulated and brainwashed, where people are literally believing all this falseness. Thank you for having eyes and ears and a mouth to speak your truth and eyes to see it. So, something I wanted to touch base on. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, that's silly, Kim. Why would they want to pin us against one another? Because we're easier to control when we're all separated. Can you imagine if every single person on this planet came together to oppose the ruling forces? I'm talking every single person. If we could literally just come together, they wouldn't be in charge anymore. And they technically aren't, because it's always mind over matter. And once a person sees a lie, they can no longer participate in it. There's ways outside of other ways. But what I'm talking about is, so that's why they want you to fall victim to every form of brainwashing and a manipulation that they put out. And they use what they know of us because they studied us for years through the CIA and other things, because they're jealous of us. Why would they be jealous of us? Because we hold a soul in a light body and they don't. Why would they want to control us if it were the other way around? Think about it. Also, so if they keep us separated in a multitude of ways, race, color, religion, politics, everything, ethnicity, country, state, city, sex, gender. Are you willing to actually see through all of it? Are you willing to not participate in it anymore? We need to come together. We need to see through the BS. But it's not our fault either. They have utilized our survival mechanisms to go along with what it is they're promoting. So that way they can stay in charge and in control. But you have to be willing to critically think and look outside of the box and see through the BS. It's time. Like, if you think about it, the war is so much more than what we even see physically. Like, we have been brainwashed so terribly that it's like, we need to heal all of this, you guys. It's not anyone's fault. Like, we were raised with a government. We were raised with very toxic parents. Our government is very toxic. It doesn't want you to get along with your brothers and your sisters. Because what would that mean for them? Once we see the truth, we overthrow them. We disown them. Just like an abusive parent doesn't want to be exposed or found out. Yet they know they already are because they've done it. They know what they're doing. I would not want that karma that they have. I would not want that. But we need to change things. We need to change things. We actually need to do action and change things in a multitude of ways. And we need to realize a lot of things. We need to wake up. Wake up. And I know a lot of people say, don't waste your time and energy trying to wake people up. Well, you can do whatever it is you want to do. That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep doing it because that's part of my mission. So we need to. We need to. I know a lot of you already are aware of all this. But for those that are not, that's okay too. Like I said, it's okay, but we need to awaken. We need to awaken to the truth of what's actually going on. Because it's on so many layers, like this war, that they have propagated on us. Like, think about how disgusting that is. Like, we're humans. We're here with loving hearts and souls, and we just want everyone to get along. We just want to help everybody. Most of us have good hearts and good souls and want to help one another. And to, like, overcome this evil of the world. And they have done so much to try to take that away from us. On so many disgusting levels, inside, outside, all around. Wars, race, wealth levels. Like, we're all one, you guys. We're all one. Money, it isn't real. It was made up by them. Why? So they could control you. But you're still perpetuating it. Like we all are. Like, we need to stop. We need to stop. We need to figure out a way. We do. And we need to stop believing the separatism. Because that's where it all lies. This person's this color. This person's that religion. This person has this many followers. This person has that many followers. This person's attractive. This person's not attractive. It's BS. Can you see through the BS? If we are all from God or the universe or source, we're all connected. If one person's hurting, then we're all hurting. Like, we need to see through the separation that they have propagated on us. Also with yourself. You know, the attack and the war isn't just on the outside, it's on the inside too. If you see through the media, if they are telling you anything about yourself to make you think that you are not worthy or good enough, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. See through it. You are beautiful. There is no such thing as being ugly. That's a brainwashing technique that they have utilized to make you doubt yourself, to keep you from doing what it is that you're meant to do, to keep you from standing up against them. It's like when someone goes into the military and they tear you down to get you to believe that you're nothing, to build you back up like a robot. That's what they're trying to do with us. How do you not see that? I'm sure a lot of you do, but for those of you that don't, like, this is what's happening. It's the truth. A lot of you know that, but a lot of you still don't see it. It's time that you see it. I wish I had all the answers, but we're supposed to come together so that we can. I am one perspective of source. You're a perspective of source. You're a perspective of source. You're a perspective of source. If we all come together, there's so much power in that. There's so much power in just one person, but there's so much more power when we all come together. But in order to do that, we have to clear out these beliefs that aren't real. They aren't real, guys. The beliefs aren't real. Why? Because they've been programmed by who? The government and those in control. And until you wake up to that, you're going to keep holding on to the beliefs that it's this and that and that and that and that. No, erase it all. Remember that we're one. Are you willing to do that? Because that's what we need to do. Anyone who speaks out against them or those who are in charge, the mafia, you could say, it's beyond, it's above the Illuminati. It's evil-minded individuals that just want to control people because they have no morals. If they cared about you, the world would be different. Is it different yet? Is it? You really believe what people in power are talking about? Do you see the changes yet? Do you? Isn't that proof enough right there? If they really cared, they would change it. They would. Actions speak louder than words. And yes, while we're limited, there's still a lot we can do through our words and through our actions and our vibrations. And this is why if you speak out against them, they kill you. Everyone knows it. Everyone sees it. Most people know that our soul lives on forever. So people that are brave enough to speak out about it, I commend you. I do. Because you are speaking on behalf of those whose lives were taken way too early. Things have to change. And in order for them to change, you have to be willing to see the falseness in what is happening. And the attacks that have been happening, not only on the outside, but with us as well, on the inside. You have to be willing to go against what the population sees as approved. Because everyone, we're in the land of zombies. And the zombies believe what they see on the television. They believe what the presidents are saying, what the politicians are saying, what the elites are telling them to say. They're buying into it, literally. Money isn't real. None of this is actually real. But you're following it. We need to take our power back. We need to come together. I believe that we will. In fact, I know it. This is why people get shadow banned. This is also why people get burnt out. Because they're trying very hard for their truths to be heard and seen. And the algorithm only wants certain ones to be propagated. So do it just to spite them. Do it because you believe in humanity over falseness. And keep speaking your truth, because it does make a difference, and you do make a difference just being here, and you are making a difference. Don't give up. Keep being strong. Keep speaking your truth. I love you. I know we can do this. I know we can.